Hi. So I thought maybe it was time to upgrade my mic. This was big getting the job done, but I thought it might be nice to step it up a little bit. What I'm currently using is this $25 microphone from Walmart. I thought we would compare this to this $140 Yeti, a Blue Yeti. I'm also going to do a little unboxing of this and we'll check it out. Now, I made a mistake here. I didn't really research this mic much until I got home and found out that it's pretty widely hated. But is it still better than this? It almost has to be, right? Right? With the Yeti, you get a full suite of broadcast effects, advanced voice modulation, onboard headphone monitoring. What's interesting is on the bottom, it says what you need, Windows 10 or later. That's something to keep in mind. If you're running something earlier than Windows 10, this may give you trouble. Also, Mac OS 10.14 or later. And internet access for software download. Now what's in the box is a microphone, well, hopefully, a desktop stand, a USB cable, a Ubisoft discount code, and a user documentation. Ooh. I'm really curious to see how it stacks up against this little guy that I've been using for a little while now. It gets the job done, but it's not great, and you can probably hear that it's not great. The Yeti's got to be better than this, right? Let's open up our Yeti box. I've been looking for an excuse to use this Galaxy knife, and we will carefully cut along the line. Ooh. Okay, so here's the box. Let's unbox it. Okay, wasn't expecting that. So when you open it, it folds out that way. So this is the top. Makes sense because this is the front. And right at the top, you have your USB cable. Now, this is really interesting. This doesn't even have micro USB. This goes back to mini USB. You know those old cables you needed to charge your PS3 controller? Well, that's what this has. Okay, then. This appears to be the Ubisoft discount code, which I will place there. Paperwork. More paperwork. Let's dig into here. See if anything else is in the box. The box appears to be empty. I will say, when you pick this box up at the store, it's heavy. This thing has some weight to it. This is really heavy. I was not expecting this. Okay, so there it is. This isn't blue, actually. This is black. Okay, so there will be a little round thing at the bottom here that they have pressed in there like that, just to keep it from knocking around in the box. And we rotate this up like that. Now, the front of the mic is where the blue logo is, so don't let that confuse you. So it should probably be like this. You know, blue logo faces you because you want your headphone volume to be facing you also. These settings you won't be using probably as often. So what do we have here? We have your volume control for your headphones. We have a mute button, your gain control, and your pattern. And there's 4 patterns. You have your figure 8, which lets sound come in from the front and the back. You have your cardioid, which is sound for just the front. There's the circle, which picks up sound all around. And the last option is pretty cool. It's a stereo option, which means if I talk like this, you hear it that way, depending on which side I'm speaking. It's stereo. Now, for a comparison, I'll show you the mic I'm using now compared to this. Quite a size difference. This feels like quality though. I know a lot of people say that the insides, they aren't as good anymore. The outside feels good. So, there's only really one thing left to do now, and that's compare the two. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take off all the audio effects I have in OBS, and we're going to go back to default. Okay, so what you're hearing right now is this microphone straight out of the box, plugged in, and this is what it sounds like. There's no effects or anything, and that's how we want to test these mics, just to see how they sound right out of the box. All right, one last time. This is the Walmart mic with no effects. And now it's time to plug in the other mic. I still can't believe we're using these. It does come with a long cable though. It doesn't feel cheap at least. It's Yeti time. Okay, so this is the Yeti. Right out of the box, plugged in. I haven't changed a single setting. I haven't even touched the gain yet. So let's turn up the gain slightly, because while the mic's not directly in front of me, I can't do that because my laptop is here, and ideally it would be like this. This is probably how I should have it, and I need a boom stand probably yesterday. But for now, we'll turn the gain up slightly, and I'll turn it until it goes right into the red. I don't want it to go too far in the red when I talk, because if I go, ha, it gets kind of loud probably. But you can see the closer I get, the better it probably sounds. I don't know. I can't hear this thing yet. You're probably going to obviously want to add some filters to this thing, because right out of the box, I can see it clearly moving on my screen that there's sound being picked up. As for desk sounds, yeah. So now we'll do a little type test and see how much sound it picks up. Okay, so there was the type test, you know, the desk sound, which is a lot worse, I think, than my old mic. But I also have the old mic on something that probably cushions that a lot. With a boom arm, I think this would be a lot better, because it would just be like a big giant hot dog in my face all the time. Ooh. And, what were we talking about? And I think having it in front of my face would be the better option, obviously. As you can see with the cardioid, what it does is when you speak and you rotate the microphone around, you can probably clearly hear the difference in sound. Turn off your phone when you make YouTube videos. Now this is the setting, I believe, for when all the mics are on for all the way around. This setting is the figure 8, which I believe as soon as I get to the back of the mic, it should start picking up sound again. Now there's one setting left here. Let's give that a shot and see how that works. This is supposed to be the stereo sound. So if I talk over here, do you notice it in your speakers? Is it working? I have no idea. I can't hear it. Might be good for ASMR, huh? I'm whispering into your ear right now. I don't know if it's backwards. This is the right side of the microphone, but it might be your left ear. I said oink. Okay, so we're here in the Logitech G Hub. There is a ton of options here, and I'm not really sure how to use most of this. So it's going to take me a while. I figured maybe we could check out a couple of options. This is the FM preset. This is the bass boost preset. And this is the classic radio. And we'll go maybe check out some effects now. The thing is, I'm not really sure which one of these is like your default sound. Maybe broadcaster 1. But anyway, let's try out an effect.
Here's the alien. Do I sound like an alien right now?
What about a demon? Do I sound like a demon?
Does it sound like I'm in a dream right now?
Oh, I bet witness protection is pretty cool.
Okay, so we're back to cardioid. And I can clearly see I am peaking here. So let me turn down the volume. Or maybe the gain here too. The gain is turned down on the microphone and it's right in front of me. And this is basically your out-of-the-box experience with the Blue Yeti. I really don't know how this is going to sound until I listen back to it. So let's go back to my old mic for now. Now, once again, this is the Walmart mic with no filters. And here is the table tap test. All right, let's type something and we'll see how it sounds. I don't know if you could hear that very well, but I typed and talked at the same time. I really don't know what else to do to test this because I am not a professional. This is more of a test for the average person doing what I'm doing. Learning how to make YouTube videos. So what's the conclusion here? Is the Yeti better? I don't know. When I was editing and going through this and listening to the audio, I couldn't really tell that much of a difference, to be honest with you. I think the mic I'm using now might have more of a Rice Krispies faintness to it. I think the Yeti might handle loud noises and being bumped maybe slightly better, because this mic I'm using right now will completely cut out and just gargle if something happens to it, and I can't quite place what it is. I hope the Yeti doesn't do that. So I'm not really sure if it's better. I think it is. Maybe you can hear it better than I can. I guess that about does it for the video. Can't think of anything else I would need to do. I mean, I pretty much covered everything, I think. I might have missed a whole bunch of stuff, I don't know. But hopefully I didn't. And if you are the one person to watch this video, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. It means a lot to me. Maybe I'll see you around on the internet again someday.